Hi, I'm Gordon Leith with the San Antonio Hypnosis Center. I thought I would just kick this off by talking a little bit about some of the things that people wonder about before they come into the San Antonio Hypnosis Center. They wonder if they can be hypnotized or not. Well, the hypnosis or the ability to be hypnotized varies from individual to individual, and really because it varies from individual to individual as to how much they really want to be hypnotized. But something's telling them in the somewhere in their mind that maybe it's just something that can't really be done, and that everybody's just been fooling themselves all along the way for centuries and thousands of years. Well, the thing about the brain is that the brain can do what it wants to do. Um, if the brain can sustain continuous concentration, just like a welder making a bead of a weld of two pieces of metal being bonded together, so the brain focuses on a particular objective or idea, concept, and it has many um, mechanisms at its disposal. The ability to image, make images of things, and to see things. It's like we have a camcorder between our ears, constantly going until we die. And the brain is on a quest. And it's interesting that the word quest as an adventure, a process, is really built in, embodied in the word question. So we're a fact finding organism, if you will, or being. And so, in the attempt for the brain to understand itself better, it has to look inward, and it looks inside itself. And that's one of the biggest challenges of mankind, is to know thyself. And everybody's heard that that's probably one of the most profound utterances known to man: know thyself. In 12-step community, it's one of the steps, taking a moral inventory. Human beings are the only moral being walking the earth and perhaps in the whole universe. Because of the advanced nature of our brain, it can actually feel guilt, unlike any other species. It can feel hope, sadness, have images in their mind about which certain feelings are associated. So, what we do in hypnosis is we believe that we can become relaxed. We know that when we're most relaxed, we can concentrate uh, rather effectively. That's why the kids are fed in school the way they are, at a balanced meal, so they can be comfortable and relaxed. Sometimes it makes us a little too relaxed after lunch. But for the kids, they can't be hungry. You don't want stress to occur. And just the opposite of stress is relaxation. And essentially, hypnosis begins with relaxation. So, what I do is I have people become physically relaxed. That's by tensing up the fingers and then releasing them. And it shows the power that the mind has, uh, transferring thought impulses throughout the nervous system to tell the muscles in the fingers to tense up. And when it tenses up, we think of the tension that's in the fingers and then release. And then we notice the relaxation. Well, the mind has really created it. And it's a very, very simple process, but it requires a very, very complex uh, process as well. because there are transmissions going on. There's uh, thought impulses traveling over synapses, working their way down the back part of the neck, and then winding over to the other side of the brain, excuse me, to the other side of the body's nervous network, and then distributed and goes back into the brain and is registered and processed. So being able to get control and realize the control that we have over our physical being is like syncing up the mind with the physical part of us. And then we do the progressive muscle relaxation, which demonstrates the tension from the fingers and then go between the wrist and the elbows, and we tense up those long striations of muscle fibers and then release them and notice the difference between the tension and the relaxation. And this has been done for years. You can just that knowledge that you have from walking away out of the sessions that we do at the San Antonio Hypnosis Center, just that little bit of knowledge of progressive muscle relaxation can provide you a more effective uh, way to go to sleep and can accelerate the concentration needed to produce the sleep-like state if you have difficulty going to sleep. Just that simple tensing up and relaxing and breathing in, hold and out, and then vary it how you want to. And really, in the long run, what I've learned to do to acquire a sleepy state or to attain the sleepy state is to imagine tensing up my whole body. I don't even do it in the physical. I do it in the mental. I just and then I just breathe in, and then I may count to 10 going in, count, hold it for 10, and then go out. Just that basic thing is a pearl of information because it's something that I've experienced for about 40 years, no, 35 years. Something that I had read when I was a psychology student many moons ago. And so, and then we do the imaging, and you imagine yourself living your life with or without the habit that you bring to the office here at the San Antonio Hypnosis Center. You envision yourself living your life in a 24-hour period without experiencing during the day the undesirable habit that you wanted to get rid of. And then eventually the session's over and you come out of it. You focused on a goal that you came to see a hypnotist for, got very relaxed, focused on it in a very relaxed state, and then we're able to walk out reprogrammed or programmed to some extent because the brain is able to provide the programming associated with the control mechanisms in the brain that run our behaviors throughout the day. And it's the thoughts are associated with the emotion of calmness and peacefulness and confidence. And when we're under the direction of somebody else who has their best interest in us, it's like a little mastermind process of being able to share with another person uh, whose presence is of a sympathetic nature, inclined towards doing what they can do to help us along. I'm just facilitating, or anybody here is just facilitating the relaxation process in a very direct manner. Direct, or should say, maybe a very helping way. because it's not that direct. It's suggested the things, and then you leave um, many times um, transformed, transformed in the thoughts to another state of mind in both the unconscious and the conscious, and those the new ways of thinking or the new thoughts are becoming more and more inhabited in the mind and become more and more populated, and then eventually overwhelm the other ingrained habits manifest in the thought streams that are automatic, running from the unconscious. And so we just transform ourselves. We've all done that without the assistance of somebody else. Go into another state of mind. I remember I was in the hills of Arkansas watching a spider rebuild his nest or rebuild his web. And and I went into an altered state. I felt in tune with nature. I was really in tune with myself and was in a state where I could learn from nature, from the process of a spider rebuilding its web. So you have a goal and you want to change a habit or drop a habit. That's a good place to start. And that's really the expertise that's here at the San Antonio Hypnosis Center, is being able to help people alter their own habits, and either by extinguishing them or acquiring and replacing habits that we want to accomplish and build. I'm Gordon Leith, 210-710-8768. I would be happy to answer any more questions for a few minutes for someone that calls in. I could call you back. It's a confidential line, and we could discuss it more in a little bit more detail. I do telephone sessions. I do also teleconferencing, where you could wouldn't have to leave your house, and we could do a hypnosis session here right on the screen of your computer. Take care.